Morning train with Darren. It's the best ride of the day. Iowa's favorite country, K97. Always the best ride of the day. That's the morning train right here on K97. We're about 29 minutes before we get to the top of the hour. You know, coming up June the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th is the 47th annual Frontier Days. And man, is it always a big deal here in Fort Dodge. Of course, it's our city celebration. But this year is huge, and I'm talking enormous when you're talking activities for the entire family. I got Terry and Laura on with me this morning. They're not only on the airways of Iowa's favorite country, K97, they're also on all of our audio streams and on our video streams. So if you got some questions about Frontier Days for Terry and Laura, just go to one of our Facebook pages, Iowa's favorite country, K97 on Facebook, or my Darren on Air Facebook page. And you can ask them questions about upcoming Frontier Days, because this one's a big one. Good morning to the both of y'all.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you guys? You guys are probably like tuckered out, and we've still got a few weeks yet to get to Frontier Days. I'm looking at this poster for Frontier Days that you dropped off, Terry, and you know, I couldn't even put another letter on here because you got so many activities. I want to show this to everybody. If I can get this thing up here, this thing is just like enormously full of so many things going on at Frontier Days this year right here in Fort Dodge. Man, you guys have really got a lineup. Terry, I remember last year when you and I were talking about this, and Laura and I were talking about this, you were like getting a little bit of flack because you were totally loaded on the grounds, and yet somebody would, and by the somebody I mean you, would come up with another idea. Let's get this in, and you'd find room on the grounds. This year, when I was at Hy-Vee and I ran into you, and you were telling me what all you've got going on with Frontier, I'm like, dude. Well, did you go buy more real estate? What do you? How's this going to work? You have got such a lineup for the entire family coming up June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Excuse me, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
We're 23 days and about 7 hours and 25 minutes from Frontier Days.
Wow! Look at the countdown.
Yes. We're trying to bring it back to what it used to be years and years ago, and we want it to be family orientated. So as you can see, there's lots of family stuff coming in. We have teamed up with Shimcat Motors this year on Saturday afternoon out in the college parking lot. They are bringing in the Raminator, which is a big monster truck. It takes 3 semis to get this truck here.
It's for their anniversary, their 75th anniversary.
And it'll actually be crushing cars in the college parking lot starting at 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon.
So don't park in the Iowa Central parking lot unless you want your car crushed.
That's true. That's true. You know, a lot of people ask about parking. We are going to have the parking ramp available for people to park in. And parking, the rest of that parking lot will be full Saturday while the Raminator is here. You know, you were talking about what we have coming in. We have really beefed it up this year. A lot of family events coming in. We do have another kids show coming in out of Florida. It's called Nick's Kids Show, centered around just kids.
That's awesome.
They interact with the kids. They get them up on stage. It'll be a fun time for the kids. We do have the Air National Guard coming in. We got kids games going on. I think we've got inflatables coming in. So we've got it a lot for the families. Of course, we can't do it with all of our sponsors. We've got a heck of a lot of sponsors. Thank you to the radio station for what you guys do, helping get the word out. We want people to have fun. The bands we've got coming in, we've got 2 local bands, Corey Waller and the Wicked Thing, and then we have Section 8 coming in on Section 7 on Saturday night. And then, of course, we do have the White Sidewalls. Now, the White Sidewalls are going to be in Clear Lake, Iowa on Friday night. I was able to get them to come down for Saturday night here. So I usually charge to get them to come in and see them. You buy your $6 wristband and you can actually come in and see that band.
And that's amazing because you just had them here for New Year's Eve.
Yes.
And yes, of course, that was a paid admission. And I mean, obviously, and now just to be able to get in and see them with your wristband, that's quite a bonus because they're not only an incredible band, they've been around for so many decades and have so many fans. They have a huge following. So again, if you haven't seen the White Sidewalls, this would be the time to do it.
This is their 50th anniversary.
Mm.
So it's 50 years for them. And of course, we do have Paul Bunyan Lumberjack Show coming in. That's coming all the way from Florida again this year. We have the Nick's Kids Show from Florida coming in. We do have the return of Peter and Penelope, the Polka Dot Entertainment, where they do stilt walking, juggling, fire shows, escape art. And then we do have Hillbilly Bob coming in also, all the reenactors. We've got a lot of vendors coming in this year. This year we've teamed up with a gal out of Clear Lake, Iowa. That's all she does craft shows and vendor shows. Last year we had 9 vendors, and I think we're at like 29 or 30 as of right now. Buckskinner Camp, we did the same thing. We've teamed up with a gal who knows the Buckskinner Camp. She's found as a new fried bread person coming in this year. And, it's nice to be able to team up with these people that know people so we can start filling the grounds back up again.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, you're either going to have to really squeeze them in tight and make this work, and I know you're going to make it work, or Terry, I'm sorry, man, you're going to have to offer up your front lawn and right in front of Candy's and more to get some of this stuff to work, because you got a lot of things. I mean, I was just sitting here reading it while you were talking about it. You got stilt walking, juggling, fire show, straight jacket, and escape artist. That's always fun to watch. As you mentioned, all the kids' games, the 3 different bands, the Paul Bunyan Lumberjack Show. Holy smoke, guys, you guys have put together one heck of a Frontier Days this year. This is definitely something everybody does not want to miss, and all for a $6 wristband.
Yep, and we're asking you to take care of the weather for us. That's not a big deal for you. So if the weather is nice, it should be a pretty good turnout. Also, of course, we have the big parade on Saturday afternoon or Saturday morning. That is going very well. We're getting a lot of people to sign up for that. It's a big event for the city of Fort Dodge. We bring in lots of people for the event. And we can't do it alone, though. I can't stress that enough. We can't do it alone. So if anybody wants to help us watch the gates for an hour or 2 or help pick up garbage or anything.
Serve beer.
Anything. I mean, all of us people that are putting on these events, we all need help. So I'm not talking just Frontier Days. Celebration needs help. The Dragon Boat need help. The bike ride downtown needs help. If anybody wants to help any of us, we all need volunteers because we can't do it alone. I mean, we can organize it. We can find the money to pay for it, but we can't put it on unless we have help. Absolutely.
It's what it takes is bodies to make things happen. And I'm preaching not just to everybody listening and watching, but to myself as well, of course. It doesn't work without the people that make it work and the people that do the work. And you guys know that much, much better than I do even. And, everybody wants to enjoy the city celebrations in the various cities, but not so many want to step up and offer some time to make them happen. But there's a great way to do that because this one, I'm thinking back to the Frontier Days just in the past decade or so, or even more. I don't recall one quite this big. It's always been great. Frontier Days have always been something you look forward to every year. Always, again, as you guys know better than me, a big part of our city's history. But man, this one's huge, guys. You guys have really got something going on here.
Yeah, like I said, we stepped it up this year. We have a new executive director out at the fort, and he is behind his 110%. He is really wanting to promote the fort. He's doing a lot of stuff for the fort. So we want people to come out, meet him. And if you got questions, ask us questions. We're willing to help. We're letting the fort be used for different things. Last week, Laura had the Army induction out there. So the fort is not just a one-time thing to see. We have a lot going on at the Fort Museum.
Absolutely. Always, year round. I mean, that's not just Frontier Days. That's the big one, of course. But always things going on year round. You get to Christmas time and you've got Dickens Christmas things happening, and just so many things throughout the different seasons out at the fort. And again, a huge part of our city's history. So something that people should be involved in. Again, it's coming up on June the 3rd, June the 4th, June the 5th. Terry did mention the big downtown parade down Central Avenue on Saturday morning, June the 4th. That is always a big event. Everybody comes out for that. That, I think, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, that is one of the biggest parades in the entire state of Iowa, as far as entries go, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Yes, it is. So, and we keep trying to promote that. Gina Becker has graciously, she oversees that. Of course, I do help a little bit. And, you know, just like that, Friday or Saturday morning, we'll be closing off streets starting at about 5 o'clock in the morning. We'll get done at the fort Friday night. I don't know when, but we'll turn around and we'll start blocking off streets by 5 in the morning. So
absolutely. Now, guys, I know we're still a few weeks out, but can people get their wristbands now? Because it's not too early. Because you might go out and get 4 or 5 wristbands right now, and then realize in a week or two that, oh man, I need a couple more. You still got time to do that.
We don't have any distributed yet. We do. They just came in. We do have them at the Opera House or at the Fort Museum right now. I probably will be trying to get them out to maybe Daniel Pharmacy here at my candy store, maybe the coin shop. But you know, it's $6 for the wristband for the whole weekend.
Right.
That's the cost. I am going to work with families. So if you got a family of 4, I'm going to knock a couple bucks off. So for $22, you can bring a whole family in.
Wow.
4. So we don't want to break people. We want people to have fun and enjoy what we have coming in.
Yeah, you know, when you think about it on the $6 side, even if you buy just a $1 $6, that's only $2 a day, guys. I mean, that's $2 a day. We spend more than that on coffee, on candy at Candies and More, on lots of other things as well. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, your candy's not expensive, but you know, a couple bucks gets you a couple of pounds of candy. You know, we spend a lot of money, $2, a lot different ways, and that's all it is when you think about it. $6 for the weekend. That's $2 a day for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Mm-hmm. I don't know that there's any less expensive. I don't want to say cheap because it's not cheap as far as the quality goes. I don't know if there's any less expensive entertainment anywhere. I mean, that's pretty incredible when you think about it.
We're shooting close to 50,000 to put the event on this year.
Wow. I think you're going to hit it, man. I really do. I think you're going to be there. I want to get you guys on at least one more time before we get to Frontier Days, if you don't mind. Okay. Do you guys want to maybe announce at the next one, or are you saving it who the grand marshals for the parade are going to be this year?
Oh, they are.
John and Margot.
I'm not awake yet. John and Margot. Daniel from Daniel Pharmacy. They're such wonderful people, and
yes,
they're so of this, and they're so excited about it. So I'm happy that we chose them. The committee had several names out there, and we thought they're very deserving, and they will have the spotlight this year.
And well deserved. John and Margot are a couple of fantastic people, and of course Daniel Pharmacy has been right here in Fort Dodge, right on the corner of Central there for, oh my goodness, how many decades now?
58 years.
58 years. Holy smokes. So yeah, very well deserved for John and Margot. That's great. That's your grand marshals this year, and that's going to be neat to see them ride through the parade. As we, of course, always go through the parade with our entry as well. But again, stop out of the fort if you want to get your wristbands now. Otherwise, Terry and Laura are going to get those distributed. So you can get those only $6 for the entire weekend. And again, look for these posters. Look for these things. They're going to be hanging up here very, very soon in various locations. And you can see, again, just a lot of activities planned for this year's 47th annual Frontier Days, the new frontier. That's what it's called this year.
Darren, we might be able to get you some wristbands to do some trivia or something with.
That would be awesome. Yeah, man. You bet. I will be glad to do that. We'll make that happen and give those away right here on the morning train. Glad to do that. It'd be fun to. People love trivia, and I love doing trivia. So if it's something great for like wristbands for Frontier Days, that'll be a lot of fun. So we'll make that happen as well. Guys, I know you're working hard. I know you're tired. I know your sleep level has probably gone way down to maybe just a couple hours a night based on what you're doing with Frontier Days. So God bless you guys and the committee for what you are doing, all the hard work you're putting in. It shows. I've watched with and had you guys on every year for the past few years since you guys have kind of been the chair people of Frontier Days. And the growth of this has just been amazing that you guys have put into it. The energy and the effort has just been incredible. So kudos to you two, especially for the hard work that you're putting in to make this city celebration bigger than it ever was in the 47 years. So you guys are doing an outstanding job. So keep up the great work. But now I got to get some sleep too. We need you guys around, you know.
Okay, but yeah, you're in charge of the weather now, so 75, 80-degree weather would be nice. So
Okay, Terry, here's the deal. If you're putting me in charge of the weather, when I go walking through the parade, if it's raining even a little bit, I am ducking out before I get by the candy store because I'm not going to answer to you about the weather, all right?
well, that's where the judging stand is, at the in front of the candy store this year. So
Oh, fantastic. I guess I can't skip out on that part then. I will do everything I possibly can. I will use what minimal and menial connections that I've got, and I'll see what I can have happen for us. How about sunny and 75? That work for you guys?
great. That would be great. So.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
All right.
Hey, appreciate you guys taking the time to be on, and I will get you guys, as I said, on at least one more time as we get closer to Frontier Days. You guys have a fabulous day, and seriously, get some rest, all right? You deserve it.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank
Karen.
you.
You bet. Talk to you soon. Terry and Laura from Frontier Days, man, I'm not kidding. They are working hard. If you can't tell by everything they talked about that's going to be at Frontier Days this year, then, man, you just weren't listening. But look for the posters. Get those wristbands. $6 for all 3 days. All 3 days. That's $2 a day. Like I said earlier, I don't know that you can find any more inexpensive family entertainment anywhere than right here at Frontier Days going on June 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So again, get those wristbands and have some fun. Frontier Days, the new frontier. It's our 47th annual. We're about 11 minutes out from the top of the hour. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will squeeze in a look at your forecast. So you stay right here on the best ride of the day. That, of course, is the morning train only on K97.